Hey, welcome to my channel, Iris Rainbow, and I just have a quick message. I'm not doing a Reiki video right now. I just have a quick message because I just felt like I needed to get this out. And I just wanted to say that don't give up on yourself. Like, this is a message of encouragement for people who have, like, maybe been on a path for a long period of time. Maybe you are, making changes in your life, but you're not seeing the results yet, or you're not seeing the results that you want, or you're not seeing the rewards yet. I just want to say, don't give up on yourself. And, I have had this YouTube channel for 4 years now, okay? I started this channel right after COVID started, and, I've had to, I've had a lot of, like, chaotic things. A lot of stuff happened during COVID. I had to move several times. I had some, very traumatic things happen during that amount of time. And at this point today, I have under 500 followers, okay? Same with my Instagram. I've had an Instagram account. I've been posting regular astrology posts over there for, like, I started that before COVID. I started that in like 2018 or 2019. I only have 1,500 followers over there, which is not a lot. And, throughout the years, like, I have had a dream and a vision for my life for a very long time. I have, from a young age, known that I am here on a spiritual mission, and that is what I'm here to do, and that nothing else really matters. But I let a lot of things get in the way of that, and especially other people. Like, I've had so many people, project things onto me that I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve this, I'm not destined for the path that I want, I'm not qualified for the path that I want, I'm never gonna make it, it's not practical, a million things, and I have just, continued to separate myself further and further from the people who've shown me that they don't support me, from the people who've shown me that, they don't want the best for me. And I've continued to just put all that time, effort, love, and energy into myself and into my mission. And, I'm not where I want to be. Like, I don't have the amount of followers that I want. I don't have the opportunities that I want. I don't have the money or the lifestyle that I want. I don't have the friendships or the support that I want. I don't have any of that. But, in order sometimes to get to where you want to go, you have to eliminate everything that is holding you back or holding you down from that. And it can take a long time. And there were certain people in certain situations that I should have cut off a long time ago. But I let people guilt me. I let people manipulate me. I let people, and so it's about stepping out of that victim mode. Like, even now, like, I will watch people, because I watch a lot of people on YouTube. I watch a lot of content creators, and I'll watch people start a YouTube page and get thousands of followers within weeks. I'll go on Instagram and I'll see people who are doing similar to what I'm doing, who have hundreds of thousands of followers. And it's hard, because we compare ourselves, but there is no comparison. And I personally have dealt with a lot of opposition my whole life. I've dealt with a lot of spiritual warfare my whole life. I also do a lot of research into things that people would rather remain hidden, and that's linked to my accounts. So everyone is in their own unique situation, and nobody has a right to tell you, like, what you're capable of, or what you're qualified for, or what you can do, or what's practical for you. Like, when you have a dream in your heart and it's coming from a pure place, and what I mean by that is like an authentic and like an innocent place. Like when you have a dream for your life and you don't have like ulterior motives and you're not going out here and doing wrong things and harming other people to get what you want out of life. Like if you truly have a desire for a certain kind of life, a certain kind of message that you want to share, like if you have those desires in your heart, that's because God put those there. And what I mean by God is a creator, and I'm not talking about religion. I don't follow religion. I don't, religion is just another system of control, but I mean God, the creator, the most high, the source of all that is. And so when you have a dream for your life, when you know deep within your heart and soul that the person that you are and like what you're here to do and what you're here to share, especially when you're here on a spiritual mission, especially during this time when this old paradigm is breaking down, but there are forces that are trying so hard to prop up this broken system, this corrupted system. It's so corrupted from the inside out that it's literally collapsing on itself, and there are still entities and there are still forces trying to hold it up in place. And so if you are here on a spiritual mission, and especially when you're breaking through a lot of your own traumas, you're breaking through a lot of your own generational curses, generational patterns, like you might encounter a lot of resistance. Like I've encountered so much resistance in my life. I have constantly had people around me, whether it was the people at church or people in alternative quote unquote communities, trying to tell me I can't be who I am. I have no right to think the way I do or believe what I believe. Literally, like there is no difference between the people on the right and the people on the left. There's no difference. Maybe politically there's a difference. There's a difference of view. There's a difference of ideology. But the way that people try to police and control and coerce and force people to act in ways like, this is a human problem. This is not something that could be projected onto the other, And so when you're going outside of the box, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter right or left or whatever identity group you're part of. Like if you're going outside of the box, if you're coloring outside the lines, if you are doing something groundbreaking, if you are doing something, that requires you to go on your own path, like it's going to be hard. Like you're not going to have people around that get it. Like I'm lucky to even have anyone at all to talk to, about what I research, what I'm learning, what I'm doing. And a lot of times people will try and kill or steal your dreams from you. Like it really is, there's a lot of illusions that people perpetuate about the world, and like individually, like George Carlin talks about this, like individually I love people, but people in groups, and especially in this competitive culture that we're a part of, this disgusting like competitive capitalist culture that's just all it does is reinforce social hierarchies. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're on the right or the left. I see the people on the left doing the exact same things that I grew up with the conservative people on the right doing when I was a kid. This is why I've just separated myself from all of it. I'm so sick of dealing with humans who don't want to learn, they don't want to grow, they don't want to change. All they want to do is project their stuff on other people and point the finger and blame somebody else. Like nobody wants to take accountability, for their actions. And so when you're someone who speaks the truth, when you're someone who's cutting through bullshit, when you're someone who is solution oriented, when you're someone who is trying to solve problems and actually make things better, people are gonna hate you. Like people are happy. Like the majority of people are happy in their misery. They are happy. They are content to be miserable. They are content to just do the same thing over and over and over and over, and people are bullies and people will gang up on you and people will gossip about you. Like it is not a nice world. This is not a nice world we live in. But like I said, if you have a dream in your heart, like if you have like a mission, if you have goals for yourself, if you have things that you really feel like you came here to this planet to do XYZ, or even if it's just like desires that you have for your life, the kind of life that you want to live, and it's different from the people around you, it's different than how you grew up, don't give up on that. Don't give up on yourself. And like I said, like, you might not have anybody cheering for you. I'm lucky to have a few people who support me, and it's very distantly. Like, I'm lucky to have like the little bit of support that I have in my life, and I've been pulling myself out of dark places alone since I was like 5 years old. And but I believe in myself, and I believe in my message, and I believe that, I'm here on a specific mission to learn about and share certain things with the collective. And no matter how much opposition I'm facing, I keep pushing forward. And it's been so insanely difficult. But I want to say, probably the biggest thing that helped me, and what has been able to finally pull me out of some situations and some toxic, relationships with people that lasted for way too long, is like when you get that intuition that like, somebody, like when, like there's a lot of false friends out here, and again, like, I like people individually, but the way people act in groups and the things that people do to fit in, and even like gossiping, it's this way that people like bond together by like picking on other people, or complaining or talking shit or whatever. It's messed up, but like it's just part of this world. It's part of this paradigm that we're breaking out of. We're breaking this matrix. And so of course there's going to be opposition. Like when you're breaking the matrix, like there's a lot of money, and there's a lot that goes into maintaining the illusion of the society that we live in. And so of course, like you're dealing with a lot of spiritual opposition. But we're in that time period, the old order is breaking down. And I just want to say, like, keep being consistent. And like, one thing I've noticed is like the more I go on my path, the more I say like, no, like this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. I do not care what you think. And the more I close people out of my reality who are not really there to support me, and who've only been like, laughing at my misfortunes, saying things about me behind my back, whatever, the more I just continue to turn my back on that kind of behavior and those kind of people and those kind of situations, and just continue to choose myself. Like, it's not getting easier, it's like I have consistently less and less support. But this is part of the breakdown. Like, it is very much, as above, so below, as within, so without, this macrocosm and the microcosm. And so, when you're breaking down power off paradigms, when we're breaking out of the old matrix, when we're breaking, these generational curses, these generational patterns, it's like you have to watch your entire world unravel and kind of be destroyed or deconstructed before you can step into the new reality. And so that's where I'm at now. It's like, I have probably the least amount of social support that I've ever had in my life. I have the least amount of opportunities that I've ever had in my life. But I just keep pushing, because I know who I am, and I know what I'm here to do. And like, I'm not going to let, these circumstances or the people around me who don't believe in me or whatever tell me otherwise. Because if I do that, if I give up on myself, then there would be no point in me even being alive on this planet. If I were to give up on myself, there would be no purpose for me to be alive, because I'll never be happy, doing that and just going and being a service worker. I've been working since I was 12 years old. I've worked in every kind of entry level, service level job you can think of, and I'm overqualified for all of those jobs, but because of my neurodivergence, because I don't have a degree or whatever, and because of the competitive, sabotaging nature of other people, I'm not like that. I'm not gonna go and try and sabotage somebody else so that I can get ahead. So I just stay away from those things. And so there, it really limits like what you can do. But by limiting what you can do or what you're willing to do, you're actually creating more focus, because you're cutting out all those things. Okay, well, I'm not willing to do that. 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 And so really the process of elimination, it's a good thing, because you continue to just focus more and more and more and more. Somebody talked about, it's like the aperture, like with the camera, it's like you're only letting in like a small pinhole of light, but it's so precise, right? And so don't give up on yourself. Before, like, really when I was just in the beginning, I've had my business going since 2018. And it's been, stopping and starting and, falling off the horse, getting back on, whatever. But I remember I got this astrology reading from this woman, and she was brutal. Like, she was horrible. She, I like, I'm lucky that I'm not like the kind of person who's ever wanted to take my own life. Like, I won't do it. I don't even think about it. It's never been an option for me. Because I have a reason for being here. I have a spiritual reason for being here. That's the only reason I'm here. And everything else doesn't matter. Everything else is secondary. And I love my family, my friends. I love humanity in general. I love justice. I love truth. I love integrity. And I'm here to help break down the old systems and help create a new system. It's literally why I'm here. And I've known that from a young age, that I have a spiritual mission. Nothing else matters to me. And the older I get, the more I realize how everything else is a distraction, at least to me. But I had this brutal reading, and this woman like tore into me. And, I said, I feel like I'm supposed to be a healer. Like, I've been through a lot in my life. And maybe I'll get more into that at some point on this channel. But I've been through a lot. Like, my life has been crazy. And I have always known that, there's a reason for my suffering, because I had to go through these things and build this strength and endurance so that I could help other people. And, she basically told me that I was crazy, I was mentally ill, and that I would never be able to help anyone. And even though I knew it wasn't true, because I've helped many people throughout my life, I've always been a natural counselor, I've always been a natural healer, I've always been very empathic, I've always been very kind, I'm a singer, my music is healing, my art, my stories, I know that it wasn't true. But that was right at the beginning of me going on this journey. I've had so many people throughout the years, like, looking down on me because the way I look, or because I'm neurodivergent, or because I'm different, telling me that I don't deserve XYZ, I'm not qualified for XYZ, blah, blah, blah. And, I've just been detaching more and more from it. And the more I detach from other people's projections, because really that's what it is, when people are saying this kind of stuff to you and being so negative to you, it's because they don't believe in themselves. They hate themselves and they don't think it's possible for them. So they're projecting that onto you. And then we have this extremely competitive culture, this extremely, sociopathic social culture right now. And I don't fucking care. Like, I do not fucking care. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, come hell or high water. And that is what's coming. That is what's coming for humanity, because we've chosen that path. And death before dishonor. I will never given to this, soulless fascist mentality that I see people around me falling into. I will never do it. I will never do it. And, this is exactly why I'm here. This is exactly why I have the job that I have. I work with God. I work with the divine. I work with the angels. And I just continue on my path every day. I continue to block out and ignore all of the negative messaging around me. I continue to cut people off as necessary. And I just try to keep focusing every day on what I'm doing. And I just want to give you encouragement. Like, I've been on this healing path for many years, for 10 years. 10 years. Longer, but really, 10 years ago was when I got hit by a car. And that ended a lot for me, and it started me, forced me to have to heal. And I've been on this for a long time, and I can't even believe some of the stuff I've seen from people over the last few years. It has really disgusted me. The state of humanity is disgusting. And even from a young age, I knew there was something deeply, deeply wrong with this place and the majority of people here. But I still believe in humanity. I still have love for people, even the people who did the most, disgusting things to me. I still have love for all of them. But I'm not going to let those people dictate my reality. So, you just have to become stronger than all the forces that are against you. And it's tough and it's a difficult path, but if you chose this path, then just know that you have the strength to do it. And I just wanted to give this word of encouragement because, I'm out here struggling too. And I have a lot of information. I have a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge and a lot of insight. And this world doesn't respect those things. This world does not respect the divine feminine gifts. This world does not respect wisdom. It does not respect healers. It does not respect nurturers. It does not respect caring people. But as long as you respect yourself and you keep choosing yourself and you don't give up, you will get there. Okay. So I just wanted to share that message with you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and if you want to book a reading with me, I'll leave my information below.